Hell yeah, alright. Video, 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 video space. Video talk, talking video talk. We're 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 talking video talk. Talking video talk. We're talking video talk.
Yeah.
Talking video talk.
Bitch, we're talking with our boy Willie. You know he's got the shit. He's dancing real hard. I know you'll never get sick of it. He's got that tee on, got that long sexy hair. You know he's about to take his shirt off, his abs so bare. He's got a six pack. They call him Suburban Commando. He's a big motherfucker and he's dropping it low. He's about to slap that ass, baby, about to slap it so hard. You ever seen this motherfucker running naked through your backyard?
We're talking video talk. We're talking
Video talk, bitch, we're talking video talk. Get your video talk. You best subscribe. You best subscribe or die. You best subscribe or dive to video talk.
Hello everybody and welcome to Video Talk. Yeah, another weekly show for you guys, and yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll, and hopefully you are ready to Video Talk too, because this is weekly show. Yeah, I have 3 topics for you tonight, and it is unboxing, and then we have not video shopping, but we have recently watched, which is a new topic, and also only on VHS. Where did I put that text? I don't know. But all right, these are the topics for tonight. Okay. Who's with me? Hebbo, Timo M, Jade the Cinemaniac, Hello, Melody Maniac, and Juhani Mäki Ainali, Volunteer, Kalevi Koskinen, and Vesipullo, and yeah, hello everybody to you. Good evening, and nice to see you. There's so many of you in the beginning of the show. 33 people watching, and yeah, always remember to hit that like button if you like the weekly show, and if you like Video Talk in general, yeah, hit that like button. Okie dokie, and Juhani Mäki Ainali talks Finnish, and he said he had been watching Matelijat on VHS, and that is Squirm right there. And I'm glad that he's watching it on VHS, because yeah, I think Matelijat VHS is gonna be, nowadays it can be a little bit a rarer tape, so fantastic. Let me adjust this camera a little bit for you. Alright, now it's probably a little bit better. Okay, Melody Maniac said, and Brad Pitt was in yesterday. Brad Pitt, yeah, the one and only Brad Pitt was in my hometown here in Tampere, and it was a surprise visit, and he came here with Nick Cave, and they did some sort of a art expo here in Sara Hilden's art gallery. I didn't see any of those guys, but I went to the restaurant last night and tried to find these guys, but no luck there. I guess they don't go to sleazy joints like I do, so I missed Brad Pitt. Hit that like button, check, yeah, stand in silence. I'm glad you hit that like button. It's necessary for YouTube algorithm to notice that people really like it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, how you doing? How you doing? How's everybody doing out there? Oh yeah. I don't know. Nobody says anything. Remember that this is a video talk. I'm here to talk you with guys, and that is part of the program. So do not be ashamed to write me something in the chat. And Hunde, that's a great question. Hunde asks me, what is my favorite Brad Pitt movie? Well, I think he has done a lot of good ones. Maybe I would say maybe it's 7. But I think maybe his best performance, it could be in 12 Monkeys. I really like his performance. Also in Fight Club. He's a solid actor. He can do basically everything. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. How could I forget that? I think that is my favorite Brad Pitt movie. Let's call it that. Stand in Silence says 7 is very good, and quite right you are, sir. Quite right. And Arsi Rantamäki is in the house. Yeah, you remember him. He donated a box. And some of them were like a trade, so. But Arsi is a great guy. Greetings to Rahe. Yeah. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So let's not waste any time and let's proceed to the first element of the show, and that is the unboxing element. Okay, so previously I have done like one episode dedicated to unboxing, so I kind of changed that because, it took me, I did once a month an unboxing, but it took me so long, to the packages really build up, when I put those packages aside, which I have to unbox, and then many times I got confused and didn't remember if I had unboxed something or not. So I do, when there is all in this weekly show, if there's something to unbox, I unbox that sucker immediately. So in this episode I have only one box, and this is from Amazon. Yes. Let's open the sucker and see what is in there. When I open it, come on, let's open it. It's great looking box. Yeah, it's very huge, but it is very light. So there is only 2 movies, and now I will not talk like Arnold Schwarzenegger anymore. But now I speak normally. And first film in this box, first of the second, is something called The Death Ring. Now let's check it out, and I will put on the unboxing camera. Death Ring. Okay, this is a film from year 1992 and was directed by somebody called R.J. Kaiser. Yeah, and this is starring Chuck Norris's son, Mike Norris, and it cleverly says, the package says Norris, McQueen, Swayze and Drago. So you might be fooled that it includes Chuck Norris and Steve McQueen and Patrick Swayze, but yeah, it doesn't include. It's Mike Norris's son. It's Mike Norris, Chuck Norris's son, and Steve McQueen's son, I guess, and Patrick Swayze's brother in this film, and Billy Drago in this film. No rules, no mercy. And I watched it, so I will talk about that later on. So here we have a Code Red. This is pretty recent release. I think it was released in summer, maybe. And Code Red release, and it is a Code Red. No, there is no number, and it was Region A locked. And this was also released back in the day in Finland, and it was released on VHS And the tape was called Ihmismetsästys, which means human hunt, man hunt. And that tape was cut like 22 seconds, so this is the uncut version of this film. So Death Ring it is. Oh yeah, All the Famous Boys and the Brother. Good movie. So Arsi Rantamäki has seen it. Anybody else seen Death Ring? Okay, then another film, and it only contained two movies, but this is not any just your average release, because this is a Spanish horror film. It's called Tombs of the Blind Dead, and holy shit, we got a beauty here. We got a damn beauty in this. In my hand. This is a work of art. Yeah. So this is released from Synapse, and like you saw, it includes the slipcover, which has two optional cover variations. Both of them are really beautiful, and within this slipcover there is a steel book. Alright, now that is fantastic. I love it. I really do love the artwork in this steel book. I don't know what's behind this, but I don't want to be scraping off this J card. So it is definitely a special edition, because we have here a CD of the soundtrack of the Tombs of the Blind Dead, or the music inspired by the film. I didn't listen it, so I can't comment it. But the Blind Dead US theatrical version and the second Blu-ray contains original Spanish and hybrid versions. So this is definitely the longest cut available of this film, and it also includes the extras, which were fantastic. It includes the extras from previous release, and that was a German release. There's some sort of a weird German documentary about the Tombs of Blind Dead, and it was subtitled in English, fortunately. And then there was the 3 audio commentaries, and this was the really the icing on the cake. The Marauders from the Mediterranean, a full-length feature documentary exploring the history of the Spanish zombie film, featuring interviews from John Russo, Mike Hostendrisa, John Martin, and Callum Waddell. Yeah, that was a fantastic documentary, even though I fall in sleep a couple of times because it was late at night when I watched it. But yeah, it was like almost 90 minutes of pure facts about these strange films. And what is it? What the hell is that? Anybody familiar with this Tombs of the Blind Dead? Oh yeah, forgot to show you. There's some booklet about the Synapse release here, and of course we have the booklet, some information about the film itself. So we have booklets and a fantastic cover. And Tombs of the Blind Dead was, it was I think this could be a good segue, because I don't have anything anymore to unbox. So let's move the topic. We'll move it to the recently watched. So I'm sorry if you are disappointed, but I told in the description, and it's a small unboxing. And Melody Maniac says R.J. Kaiser directed Hell Comes to Frogtown with Donald G. Jackson. Alright, so that is R.J. Kaiser. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. Anybody seen Ville? I'm gonna keep coming back until somebody remembers seen Ville. So RC is quoting Gino, Steven Seagal from Out for Justice. Clearly. And Melody Maniac says, looks like a great package, and he is goddamn right. This is a fantastic package. So I think now is a great time to talk about the Tombs of the Blind Dead, because Like many of you already noticed, these were not in the box anymore. These were opened, so I had the time to watch them previously. So it is, it's this is a video talk after all. So I find it much more easier to talk about some film if I have actually seen it. So Tombs of the Blind Dead. Enough with the chit chat. This was a 1971 film directed, or 72? Film directed by a guy called Amando de Osorio, and this is the first one of the 4. They made 3 sequels for this Tombs of the Blind Dead. The second was the Return of the Evil Dead, and the third one was the Ghost Galleon, and the fourth one was the Night of the Seagulls. Yeah, not Steven Seagulls, but seagulls, like birds. But I would watch Night of the Steven Seagulls also. Yeah, I have, by the way, the Arrow box. They all... Okay, I go get it. I forgot to take it, but I go get it. Yeah, this is the classic Anchor Bay release from the Blind Dead series, and these are DVDs, and this includes Tombs of the Blind Dead and Return of the Evil Dead and Ghost Galleon and Night of the Seagulls and some sort of a extra feature package and little booklet. I think this is somewhat rare. This coffin DVD box, and I didn't watch the sequels, unfortunately, for this, because I'm focusing now on the Tombs of the Blind Dead. This is a very cheesy movie, says Vesipullo, and yeah, it's about this girl who is on holiday in Portugal, and she joins with her old school friend and his boyfriend and her boyfriend, and they go on a train trip, and then they get into this argument, and this girl decides to jump off from the moving train, and she is in the middle of Spanish rural landscape, and there's no soul in millions of miles, within millions of miles, and she founds this old castle, and I wonder why, if I'd be alone in the Spanish, Portuguese countryside, I wouldn't go in no damn abandoned castle to sleep by the night, no way. But she does, and there's nobody in there, but when she is falling asleep, she hears this weird creeping from the courtyard, and yeah, the Templars, they are returning back to life. And the Templars, as you can see here, are these like horribly mummified ghost knights of sorts, and these were the Templars that were in the 12th century or something. They were Satan worshippers, and they sacrificed beautiful young ladies. And when the Pope found this out, he ordered the execution of these old chaps, the Templars, and they were hanged, and birds ate their eyeballs, so therefore they are blind dead. Okay, so the blind dead, they killed the girl, and then after that the couple, or the man and the friend of the lady who got killed, I don't remember the names. So they go to look for her, only to find out, and that the Templars are waiting there. Any cool nudity in this one? Yes, there was. There was nudity, and then there was also the little bit gore, and it's not terribly well made gore. And also, what is the best thing about this film? I have seen this many times previously, and I think this is the best one of the series, easily. And also, the best thing about these films are the Templars. Now, you might say that they are very cheesy looking and poorly made, but I think there's something very eerie about these Templars. The way they are portrayed, riding a horse in a slow motion, and the sound they make, and it's not filled with any like jump scares or anything, but I think this film has, I don't know, I really can't point my finger what makes it so effective, but Amanda de Ossory did something right, so I think the film is very captivating. It is like 100 minutes long, but and yeah, maybe the first half of the film is better than their other half of the film, but I think it has a good grip all the way, this film. And I think it's a Spanish horror classic, and if you're into Spanish horror, I think you really need to check out Tombs of the Blind Dead, because at least so you know what the people are talking about, and when they refer, like the Spanish Templars, zombified Templars. So, in this film, in this package, there was the second Blu-ray disc which contained the US theatrical cut. This was 20 minutes shorter, and I browsed around a little bit, and so it omits certain scenes completely and puts this Templar flashback in the beginning of the film, and yeah, it's cut. There's no nudity, there's no gore in this flashback, which clearly shows this young lady being stripped naked, and they are slashing their swords against her, and there's these bloody cuts, and then these nasty old guys come to suck her blood. So it is pretty graphic scene, at least to say in this time when this was made in 71, 72. So people really were not accustomed to these kind of gory special effects. So clearly this has been inspired by George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead, but this was like almost 10 years before Lucio Fulci did Zombie Flesh Eaters. This was like almost 10 years before Dawn of the Dead. So I think Spanish horror makers, when they did this and Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue and Horror Races from the Tomb and other these Tombs of this Blind Dead series, so I think they were a little bit ahead of their time. If you compare it to the Italians, who they kind of like they started to like zombie films only after Dawn of the Dead. So Spanish were inspired by the Night of the Living Dead and made these films. These and the others I talked to you about. And funny thing, there was also this alternative opening credits for this some weird US release. I don't know which release was it. Was it released like with two different names? But you will never guess what the other name was when they released it in the States. Does anybody know it? And meanwhile, I will read. Arsi Rantamäki says, it sounds like something that could happen to Ville. Ville jumps in the train. case of IPA beer. And by the way, hey, speaking about IPA beer, let me open this sucker up. Oh yeah. So, what was the other name for this film when they released it back in the day in the United States? Well, okay, nobody knows. Well, let me tell you. It was The Revenge of the Planet Ape. I don't know how could you imagine that this is in any way related to Planet of the Apes. But yeah, there's the alternative title sequence, and the narrator says that like 3,000 years ago the men killed the weird ape creatures and now they're coming back. So that version suggests that these, Templar knights were apes. Okay, they had to try to cash in on the on the Planet of the Ape craze for that very desperate attempt, to say the least. Vesipullo asks if there's Finnish subtitles. No, this film does not include Finnish subtitles, and this has never ever been released in any form in Finland. It was not on VHS, it was not shown in the theaters, it has, to my knowledge, it has not been come out on TV, and it is not on DVD or Blu-ray, which has Finnish subtitles, so no luck there. But this has Spanish soundtrack and English subtitles in it. It's a very, 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 very good release. I can wholeheartedly recommend this. I have put links below this in this description text if you want to go there to Amazon and order it. Yeah, I gotta tell you, it was pretty expensive package. These Synapse special editions, steel books, steel covers, they are very expensive. This was like $59, and yeah, you might think that for a Blu-ray for one movie, it's a hefty price, and I wouldn't be blaming on you. I wouldn't blame on you on that one, but like Melody Maniac there says, it's a great looking package, and yeah, sure. There's very good extras in here, and even soundtrack and steelbook. So and the artwork is beautiful. So it's expensive, but it is worth it. I would rate this film. I think Living Dead at Manchester Morgue is a better one. And by the way, Synapse did also this same type of fantastic special edition on that one too. I have it on there. Where? I don't know. But I would rate the film 3.5 stars. Yeah. But this release, I would have to, rate this 4.5 stars. I will take 1.5 star away from it because of the hefty price. But other than that, it's very, very recommendable package, this one. So, check it out. Links below. Check it out if you are interested and if you are able to get it. And, of course, it was region A locked. So, no. I don't think this was... no, this is a region-free release. This one. If I put it here, I'm sure it will fall down and the covers will break. Nice shirt. Was this on the Vinegar shop? Yeah, Thriller. This is from Vinegar Syndrome, and yeah, there's a small Vinegar Syndrome logo there. I don't think you are able to see it very, very clearly, but it is. Thriller and grim film. Timo M asks, Ville, have you seen Blood Splatter Bride? I saw it once a couple of years ago, and I remember it was okay gothic vampire film. Yes, I have. It's a was it Jess Franco or Joe D'Amato film? Either way. Yes, I have Veren Tahrma Mursian VHS on there. I have seen it, but it's been like a million years since I last saw it. I remember it was very campy and trashy, and it was enjoyable, but can't really comment on it because it's been so long. So long since I have seen it. So yes, I have seen it. Okay, 10 another recently watched films. This I watched today, Death Ring. So okay, this may not be the best action film ever or anything like that. It's not terribly exciting and all that jazz, but I think it was a very funny, trashy film. So Mike Norris and Patrick Swayze's brother, which Swayze it was? Chad McQueen and Don Swayze. Yeah, they in this film Billy Drago runs this weird, weird business when they're taking people to this remote island somewhere in the Mexico, and they hunt people in there. So it's like a remake of Most Dangerous Game, and yeah, I know there's tons of these types of film. Hard Target is similar. So this is a very, very typical action film plot here. But Mike Norris gets kidnapped into this island and then the hunt begins. And in this island, Mike Norris finds Don Swayze there, and apparently he's been hunted, like 2 months, and he's been living on this island. Did they forget about this Don Swayze character? And this Chad McQueen plays Mike Norris's pal, and he's, taking action to look for him and gets a tip that, yeah, he's on this island. So he takes his helicopter and goes there. And yeah, there's a couple of scenes of very surprising nudity in here, and yeah, beautiful girls were there. And a couple of scenes of nice action and good violence, but I think the main attraction here is the poor acting. Mike Norris, he's a terrible actor. And Don Swayze is not that a lot better. But I think Billy Drago, he's always a fun to watch. He's a good bad guy in this film. And I think I have seen this Ihmisjahti Finnish tape previously, and I think the final fight when the bad guy gets his head chopped off, that was cut from here. But here from that tape, but here it is uncut. I think it is enjoyable film for 3 stars, but only if you like bad movies. Jogolonak is here. Hello, better late than never. Yes, Mr. Jogolonak, no worries there. You are always at the precise time. Melody Maniac says, love the most dangerous game type films. Original 32 film is awesome too. I have never actually seen this original film, but did you know that it was made in the set of King Kong? It was made as a B movie for King Kong. That is something I learned recently. Maybe it was on VideoTalk. I really don't remember where I heard that. But Death Ring, yeah. I will recommend it if you are a fan of bad movies. Of course you are if you're watching VideoTalk. Timo M says Vicente Aranda was the director of what? I agree, 32 Most Dangerous Game is very fun. Hey, I gotta see it. Was Bela Lugosi on that? Or am I thinking out of my ass? 49 people watching, 30 likes. Hey, can you hit that like button for me? Please do that. I know that, and it's a pre-code horror film, so that means that it was not rated by any, this Hays Code, which ruined the films. Arsi says, I guess Dawn's character had framed his death and he was hiding there. Billy was mad because wrong kind of hunted prey. That's why he chose Mike, because he was a sportsman. Yes, yeah, he was he was on the news, and he was an ex-commando, and he was engaged in this sport event, and that's why he get the idea to kidnap him. No, but Faye Ray is in them, and Faye Ray is in 32 Most Dangerous Game, and she made both movies at the same time. Okay, thank you for correcting me again, Mr. Linomar Chetty. Alright, so that was the unboxed films now reviewed, and now I got a few more films that I have recently watched. And hey, by the way, what have you been watching recently? Put that in the chat, so I will let's talk about that. And also, hey, I put link for also Death Ring below the screen if you want to support the show and if you are interested in ordering these things. Okay, so moving on. So first of all, so I watched this film, this little film here, and this is called People Under the Stairs. And I think probably most of you have seen People Under the Stairs. This is a Wes Craven film from the year 1991. Yeah, and yes, I remember seeing this on Finnish or Scandinavian movie channel Filmnet back in the day, and I got it taped, and I remember watching this a lot when I was a kid. You know, I think I really liked this when I was a young boy, and many times had I seen it. And then over the years, it kind of like always felt like a little bit, you know, not that good. And now I got this as a donation from Finnish channel watcher Kuko, and I unboxed it and put it in my watch must be watched shelf there, and now I watched it again for after like I don't know, maybe like 15 years ago I have watched it last time, so it was certainly a time to watch it again. But yeah, I did watch it on this Arrow video Blu-ray, which is also, the link is also on the in the text, and yeah, I didn't like it. I'm sorry to say I didn't like that much, because the film is about this young kid and his mentor, and they together they go rob this, you know, joint the landlord house, and this house is huge. This house is occupied this brother and sister, played by the man is played by Everett McGill. He's a good bad guy. You remember him from Under Siege 2 and from Twin Peaks, and both of these characters were I'm not characters, but the actors were also on Twin Peaks. So these guys, they play this kind of weird couple, brother and sister, who has this sadomasochistic relationship, and also they kidnap local children and make them as their own. So it's a very fucked up family, so to speak. So they enter this house and try to rob it, but the house gets locked down, and then the hunt begins. So yeah, I think the film is just too childish. It is like watching Home Alone, but a horror version of Home Alone, and it's got these like silly sound effects, and I think it's tonally, it is not, you know, it's not that good. I think it's too childish to be like a true horror film, and also to be a children's film, you know, like for the Home Alone audience, it is just too grim and too violent. Now there is very much elements that I like this film. I like seeing Everett McGill in his gimp suit, and also some of the action scenes are pretty neat, and yeah, but overall I don't buy it. Okay, maybe it's not that cool to be, you know, complaining about realism in these type of films, but I don't buy it. How is it possible that somebody is living inside the walls and they didn't caught him? Why? They even have a guard dog, which can be put between the walls. So this Doberman didn't find this kid. I don't know why. And why they have like 20 of zombified children in the basement. So never did anybody try to escape. And I think also the film is way too long. It's over 100 minutes, and I think there's 20 minutes over 20 minutes too much duration for this film. But yeah, like I said, a little bit mixed bag. I would rate this 2.5 stars, but the picture quality in this Arrow Blu-ray, that was pretty good, and also there was lots of interviews as an extra, so it's a good package, but not really my kind of film. I would love to, you know, like it as much as I did when I was kid, but I just can't anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm too old and cynical about some of these things. And there was this social commentary, and it feels like very, very ham-fisted in this story. 2.5 stars is enough. Aceman71 says, I like it too when I saw it in the theater. Maybe it's time to watch it again. And the Burbs too. Yes, I like Burbs a lot more. That is not a perfect film, but I think I like it more. Lino Marchetti says, people under the stairs might be more for Twin Peaks fans, as a brother and sister play a married couple on that show. Yeah, I suspect that it will work better. Jokolonak says people under the stairs falls into two categories: the people hidden in the house, type like Bad Ronald, and the kids film, but not like Shrunken Head. Shrunken Head, that's a whole another case now. Maybe that is a talk to some other day. That's a crazy film. Seen people under the stairs only once in the early 90s. Just ordered the upcoming Finnish Blu-ray. Hey, it is coming. It's coming on Finnish Blu-ray. I didn't know that. And JJ has watched Exorcist 2 The Heretic for the first time, and I think it was 5 out of 5. Interesting and entertaining hodgepodge. Well, interesting is clearly the word here. I probably need to watch that again some other day too. Okie dokie. Yes. So moving on my list, and yeah. So I am working on, to my Finnish channel, I am working on the 1982 films special episode, which is, by the way, it is this Friday, and usually do on Saturday these Finnish broadcasts, but remember, this is a special Friday. It's gonna be on Friday, not Saturday, but any case, this is gonna be featured in that one, and I know this was released in the spring of 1982, but only now I got my hands on this Shout Factory Scream Factory release, and this was supposed to be out on, I don't know, May, but for some reason it got delayed like 3 months. But now it's here. It's a 4K restoration from Cat People, and this is starring Nastasia Kinski and Malcolm McDowell, and also directed by Paul Schrader, and the music is by Giorgio Moroder. Ooh la la, ooh la la. So, in this film, Malcolm McDowell and Nastasia Kinski, they are like this brother and sister again, and they are having this sex relationship, or at least Malcolm McDowell wants to fuck his sister, because they are cat people. They can turn into a canine animal. I mean, what's the cat? Okay, let's call it cat. They can turn into cats. You know, panthers and shit like that. So basically the whole film is like that, you know, like Nastasia Kinski learning about this ability, and Malcolm McDowell wants to, trying to get in her pants. It's an erotic film, not necessarily works like that, because it's too weird to be like enjoyed like an erotic film, at least for my taste, and it really doesn't work like as a creature feature either, because there's not much you know, like horror scenes in this film. It's a watchable film, but I kind of remembered it was better. I was kind of disappointed to see it again. Like last time I seen it, it was like 15 years ago or something. But yeah, it's entertaining enough, but a little bit overly long. Once again, 2 hours. I think could have used some toning down. There's some cool scenes, like hand being ripped off and Nastasia Kinski turning on camera, to a feline creature. But you know, like I said, it really could have used more of those moments. I don't know. But for one thing, I really have to compliment this film, because this soundtrack is absolutely fantastic. Giorgio Moroder, I think this might be maybe his best work, and that is saying something. Man, this guy did Midnight Express, Scarface, come on, the list goes on and on. With the motherfucking he did American Gigolo also, but Cat People, and also David Bowie is singing on this soundtrack, and he did this song Putting Out Fire with Gasoline. So Man, oh man. Man, oh man. That was some crazy. And anybody remember which two films featured that song? So last time we talked about that. Or was it previously? But now you should remember that. Which two films, or which other film contains that same song? Besides this. Cat People has great atmosphere and music. Also, the original 1942 version is great too. They are very different. Holy moly, American Gigolo soundtrack is great, says Timo M. Love, good movie too. Inglourious Basterds is the other film. Yes, Jogolonak, yes, you knew that. Yes. Moroder's original soundtrack for Cat People is perfect, and Kinski McDowell are perfect cat people, yeah. But there is some scenes in this which, you know, are montages when Nastasia Kinski walking, and while they're putting out fire with gasoline, that is absolutely brilliant track. But I think I even like Irina's theme even more, because do 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 do. That is absolutely, it's at the same time it's incredibly beautiful and eerie at the same time. And when they tone down all other noises in there, it's like very hypnotical atmosphere. So I like it. The music 5 out of 5 anytime. But no, I would love to like this film more, but okay. It's okay. Let's call it that. I will rate it 3 stars. And then, okay, maybe I should mention also something about the picture quality on this 4K Ultra HD. Yeah, picture is very sharp and, you know, very crisp in daytime scenes. But I think they really overdid the black levels in this, but the film includes lots of dark scenes, and many of them they are very dark. And you know, this black cat, when it is shown in its captivity, it looks very black, so very kind of this oily black. So I don't know if it's on purpose or is it like too dark? Or not? To my taste, it was a little bit too dark, this Dolby Vision presentation of this. But other than that, brilliant, very, very good looking picture. Moroder composed also 1919 World Cup song, To Be Number One. Really? Linda Blair is very hot in Exorcist 2, says Melody Maniac. Alright. 3 stars, and the release also 3 stars. Well, there was interviews also, and audio commentary. I didn't listen to audio commentary, but I think these extras were ported from previous DVD release. Yeah, probably. Alright, holy shit, it's almost 9 o'clock. So, time sure flies when you are doing video talk. Well, I gotta get cracking up. Okay. Hell High. So, I don't know who said in the chat, was it, I don't know. Somebody said like 2 times that he didn't really like Hell High, and I have to agree. After seeing it, I don't think it was that good. I think Joe Bob Briggs really likes this film because there was an intro by him done in this film, but this really isn't like a slasher film, while this cover really tries to sell it like a slasher film, but it's more like a teenage drama comedy, and it's about this teacher who has accidentally killed 2 people when she was a kid, and then this young people 20 years later. She's a teacher, and they are trying to scare her off, and yeah, she flips out. So I think the horror elements come in way too late. I think it's only like the last 20 minutes which can be, called like a horror film. It's not a bad film, but I think it's as a horror film, it's very, very disappointing. So a little bit dull also. 84 minutes, and it sure felt like a lot longer. I won't recommend it, even though there's a link below if you want to see it for yourself. But I really can't recommend this. I will give this, I don't know, 2 stars. Melody Maniac recommends The Solitary Man. He did with Joe Esposito. You ask about recent watches. This week combined unusual erotic films. Borrow box set to In the Realm of Senses. Jokolonak I have seen. It's been like a million years since I've seen Empire of Senses, but I mean Realm of Senses, and yeah, that is. It's an erotic film master. It's a classic erotic film. It was for a long time it was banned in Finland, but then came the VHS and it was uncut. They unbanned it in the 90s, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it was for a very long time. It was one of those films which were very hard to see back in my country. Yep. Okie doke. Yeah. Okay, now I promised to tell you something about Pink Flamingos when I have watched it. And oh boy, I watch this. I sure did watch this with a couple of my pals. And one of them had never seen Pink Flamingos before. And I asked Andy, well, you didn't see Pink Flamingos before, but you have heard about it. So, did this, live up to your expectations? And Andy replied, yes, it did, and more, and beyond. So, Pink Flamingos, I think this is the John Waters. How could I forget that? Pink Flamingos is John Waters' magnum opus, and I think it is his best film. And this is very, it's a sickening film. If you want to think it that way, it is very sickening. It is very trashy, but I think John Waters is in his own genre. It is his own level of trashiness and sleaziness. And what is it about? It's about Divine and her family, and they're having this contest with another family that they are trying to be the sleaziest, the filthiest family in the world, and this leads to some of the most incredible scenes you have ever seen on a film. I have put links below if you want to check it out, because I think you should, because I mean the furniture licking scene. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my fucking god. Or how about the party scene where this guy is, spreading his asshole and is, gaping. He's in the party and he's spreading his asshole and gaping asshole and like singing out of his ass. And yes, if you have seen the film, you will never ever forget the final scene. That is a definite money back guarantee. You will never forget it. It's an absolutely fantastic film, and there's absolutely no way you could give this any less than 5 out of 5 stars. This is, like I said, it is its own category of, own category of filthiness. Pink Flamingos is very sleazy. You have to see it to believe it. Melody Maniac, that is exactly what I'm trying to say here. This is something I could never imagine showing any of these clips on YouTube because I would get my ass shit canned in 1 second by the YouTube if I would show you any of this weird stuff. Condone murder, eat shit. What is the line in the end? It's absolutely bonkers. And this is a very good release, even though it's not 4K Ultra HD, but the picture quality is very good. And good extra. There was also this documentary about John Waters' film, and that was, 90 minutes. What was the name of the documentary? I don't know. Okay, but anyway, it's got very much extras here. Definitely the best package that you can imagine that this film will ever be released on. Maybe there could be somewhere 4K release, but I don't know, man. Do I want to see the asshole gaping scene on 4K or the final, poodle church scene on 4K? I really don't know. But yeah, this is definitely something that if you are going to party, put this on and see what people think about it. If I could give you one movie you want to, and you would only have 1 minute to choose the movie, what would it be? One movie you want. Okay, one movie I want. Well, I would love to see Hard Boiled on 4K Ultra HD with proper remaster. That would be awesome. John Woo's Hard Boiled. Timo M says John Waters' book Shock Value is a fun read. John interviews Divine in that book and it's a blast. The last time I saw Pink Flamingo is in the theater and it was really mixed range crowd and was really hoot at all the reaction. I can imagine, because I think Pink Flamingos, this is a perfect midnight movie. I wish someday that they will put it in my hometown in the Cinemadrome Film Festival. I will be definitely on that showing if it ever happens. Right. Alright, hey, I think it's time for Only on VHS section, because I think you will enjoy it. Okay, so maybe I put this, I forgot to write it down, only on VHS. Right, so these films are only on VHS. If there is like a bootleg DVD or official DVD, but if it's sourced from VHS master, then it won't count. So I am counting, if it has a digitally remastered version on DVD, then it's not only on VHS. And feel free to challenge me on any of these films if you think they are really released previously. All right. So let's see what titles I had there. Okay, hey, last night I did on my Finnish channel. With Apassi we did the boxing film special, and for some reason I forgot to show this. Well, I think probably the reason is that this film really sucks ass. It sucks ass so hard. But I watched it, so I kind of wasted it because I didn't talk about this. But I can assure you, I will never ever want to see this film again. So I'm very glad that this is not on DVD. So I'm talking about Nyrkit terästä, Billy Boy. The Billy Boy is the name, and this is a South African boxing film, and it's about this boxer who enters this tournament championships, and surprise, surprise, gets mixed up with a very crooked, boxing. Who are these boxing? I don't know, boxing vendors, and the guy who arranges matches. So gets mixed up with this, and this boxing vendor, or what is it called? She has a like a very grudge against this guy's dad. So she wants to destroy the whole family, and for some reason in a practice fight, this Billy Boy beats up his old man, and he gets thrown to hospital. And during that time when he's recovering in the hospital, Billy Boy becomes the real champ. And yeah, there's rape and action and murder in this story, but that doesn't help because the film is very bad, very, very bad, and the fight scenes are absolute garbage. And if you're a bad movie enthusiast like I am, you miss nothing by not watching this film. And I have seen this twice, god damn it, I've seen this film twice, and I will not see it the third time. But now consider yourself, I have talked about Billy Boy and never mention it again, except for this one time, because hey, which one would you prefer? This Nyrkit terästä Billy Boy United film Finnish cover, Finnish VHS, or Death Blow? This is a Australian tape release, but hey, it's the same movie. I even have two versions about this film, but hey, which cover would you prefer? Now, isn't that a whole lot, now this looks like a awesome film. It doesn't improve the film a whole lot better, but this, if I had to pick one from the video rental store, I think I would pick this. Wouldn't you? Or the Australian or the Finnish one. But yeah, Death Blow it is. This is actually pretty awesome cover. Too bad the film is not that great. Boxing promoter. Thank you, Lina Machet. I was, trying to rack my brain to see to find out which word it was. But hey, let's read as usual. Let's read the back cover of this videotape. I have the translation machine on set. All right, so god damn it, translator, stick with it. Okay. A strong and hard-hitting boxing movie where tight and intense camp fights follow each other. Starring heavyweight boxing professional Duel Bobic, the story is self-confined man rising to power against his championship match opponent, sneaky, ruthless gangsters. The atmosphere of the film is exceptionally dense and brutal, but at the same time sensitive and touching. That's bullshit. A picture of the courageous pursuit of a goal. While is it boxing at its best? That's absolute bullshit. That also, it reveals the merciless grips of the criminals who are the background forces of professional boxing, murders and rapes as well. Well, that's true. So Billy Boy, don't see it. Okay, the second one, this is a whole lot better film. Now, this is something that I have been dying to talk about because, yeah, man, I think this would be absolutely brilliant release for Vinegar Syndrome. Viesti viholliselle, The Courier of Death. Yeah, look at this. This is a pretty rare VTC release, and many times when you get this tape, it is recorded on very bad tape, so I think I have had 3 of these, and only one of them was working correctly. So let's see what this back cover says to us. J.D. Blackman inspired me. Okay. J.D. Blackman had nothing. J.D. Blackman lacked nothing. He had a great family and faithful wife and a good job. But one day his safe life falls apart without warning. As a courier for a large company, he is... Vittu kun tää, satana kun tää... Perhana. As a courier for a large company, he is tasked with transporting a diplomatic briefcase worth $70 million. In this briefcase, there is a secret combined lock which only Blackman can open. A secret organization tries to steal the briefcase and captures Blackman's family. And he seeks help from his friend but in no way. Alone, desperate, without nothing left to lose, the Courier of Death sends a devilish message to his enemies. Yeah. Okay. So this film was made by somebody called Tom Shaw, and he was called the Ed Wood of Portland, and he was a hard-drinking man, and he could set up a scene, but in the morning he could set up a scene, but he had really difficulty to, make a, functioning movie from his scenes. Okay, so in this film there's basically one scene after another where this guy goes around and tries to find out who killed his wife, and then, shooting around, and very, very heavy on badass dialogue and bad action. It's very hilarious. This would be an absolute winner for Vinegar Syndrome. And this director made another film, only one other film directed, this Tom Shaw, and that was on DVD, and I need to get that. I forget what was its name. Wait a second. What was that film's name? Courier of Death. Wait a second. Okay, never mind. I cannot find it, but yeah, I need to see more Tom Shaw films, and there's only one more, because if it's as good as this one, it's gonna be a hell of a ride. Good. Okay, so let me show you some clips if you're not convinced. Low Blow is a good movie. I have the VHS but never seen the film. Yes, I do have Low Blow on VHS, and that is also not on. It's also only on VHS, this one too. But let me put on some scenes from this fantastic film. Operation Take No Prisoners. Thank you. That was the film I was looking for. Okay.
No, baby, nothing's gonna happen.
So you get a glimpse of this level of action.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna die. Okay, he shot the arm off.
son of a bitch!
Oh, okay, the hero of the film, he looks a very badass, and I think this was the only film that this guy has ever appeared on.
Okay. I'll tell you what. So, life insurance? Oh, yeah, I can just hear it now. Buy this policy or I'll blow your head off. I saw a lot of it.
So, this guy is very casual about killing people. He explains to his wife, and yeah, I blow people's brains off.
It's a fluke. And besides that, they probably wrong answer, dude.
I've changed
This is
my mind.
fantastic.
My boys are gonna take you out. Period. And then
Yes,
we're gonna
music
rock
sounds
out.
very good.
And we're
This
gonna
has
carve up that
filled with
real
some
bed together.
synthesizer music.
Put your hands on the table.
I'm gonna ask one question. And one
Wrong
question
answer,
only.
dude.
Who set up the heist? Wrong answer, dude.
Wrong answer, dude. Yeah. Hey, Vinegar, you need to do this. Vinegar syndrome, hear me out. You need to do this.
And with tonight's headlines, here's Barbara Sullivan.
Good evening. Several murders dominate.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe later we'll talk.
Yeah, this is a great
Better
scene
give me some
also.
answers real quick, or I'm gonna shove that goddamn glass down your throat.
He really couldn't stop this. He really couldn't stop this. And now he's, you know, completely helpless.
I wish they could see you crawl.
Okay, let's not show everything. And I love how lucky this girl is. Check it out. Two gangsters are following, and now
Wait, or I'll shoot!
she doesn't even look where she's shooting. Nailed them both. Nailed them both.
Speak.
Carver here.
This Blackman character has severely the organ.
God have me.
Okay. In order for you to understand this, so this guy has lost his wife. You know, it's only been like 2 days or something like that. And this girl is the friend of the dead wife. And now see what happens.
What happened?
Two men. They shot at me, JD.
You're safe now, babe. You okay?
Yeah. I scared him off. You okay?
Feel like I got run over by a dump truck. I gotta take a shower.
Can I come with you?
Okay.
I'm not ready for that yet.
I'm not ready for that.
when I
But
am,
too bad, because this
you'll be the
lady
first
in
one
the
to
next
know.
scene, she dies. So I think, Mr. J.D. Blackman, you shouldn't really taken that offer. And hey, one more scene. I have never seen this happen in a film. This is the final boss of the film. So what would you guess? How would you guess he dies? How would you guess? Girl knows how to use pump shotgun. Okay. So this is the guy he has been hunting down during the whole movie.
The detonators. Open it. I'll make you a rich man. I'll give you $1 million. 5 million. Open it.
Okay.
It's
I
more
wonder
money
if
than
he,
you'll see
you know,
in your
like,
entire lifetime.
rips his
You
head off,
Bigelow.
because after all, he killed his
Dare
wife.
you toy with me?
Will he blow his brains
Explosion
out?
will bring the house down on our heads.
And what was that? What was that? Bring the house down. Check it out.
Dare you toy with me? The explosion will bring the house down.
House
on our
down.
heads.
Great acting there. Nani, let's see. See.
All right, Mr. Blackman. You're in control now. Open the case. No. Fool! Idiot! Agent Man!
You power-hungry son of a bitch. Don't you die on me. I want the pleasure of killing you myself.
So it has never been, you know, explained or built up. So the main bad guy dies of a heart attack at the crucial moment. I have never heard about film that actually does that. But here it is. You know, check it out. Courier of Death. The bad guy dies of a heart attack. Alright, hey. If you can find the VHS, you need to check it out, because this is not, to my knowledge, even on bootleg DVD. Okay, one film. I forgot to get this. I go get. Okay. Next film on my only on VHS list is something called Taivaan miekka, or the Sword of Heaven. Now, in this martial art action film from year 1985, this sword has been made of meteorite and it has magical powers, and these two groups are fighting over it, and this one guy tries to steal it, and it is within the hold of this American mafia, and this one Japanese guy goes on and steals it, but he gets wounded, and he gives the sword to this police officer who has to protect the sword with his life. And also he is investigating this mafia organization. Now, this is a pretty funny film. It's an action comedy. It may not be the best film ever made, but it's got, you know, this main character dressing in a drag and fighting in a drag also. But maybe this I would rate definitely 5 trashy points, but I think I rate this like 3 trashy points, because I think it's got a little slow pace in it, but some of the action is pretty good. It's okay, but it's not on any kind of DVD as I know, and this would be also a great Vinegar Syndrome release. And I think one scene, if you remember this film for one scene, it's gotta be this, which I am about to show you. It is absolutely crazy scene, and this is completely out of tone of the rest of this film. I don't know what were they thinking when they made this following scene. And I think this was my first video ever on my Finnish YouTube channel. And yes, Tadashi Yamashita is playing this ninja cop in here. And you might remember Tadashi Yamashita from American Ninja. He's done many bad guy roles in the 80s. Also in Octagon and Gymkata and American Ninja, like Yogolonak says there. But this is something else. This is definitely something else. First, let me show you this. When Tadashi Yamashita is fighting a guy in a drag. This is not the scene what I was referring to, but I think you should see this also. So here we have Tadashi Yamashita on this red dress. Nice. Doesn't it look like this is a Vinegar Syndrome film? But now I will show you this one weird scene which this film probably is noted for. So this comes out of nowhere. You have been definitely picking VHS with Vinegar Syndrome potential. Hope they are watching. Yes, I hope so too.
Why do you continue working for this mankind? I'm like swords. This one is different. Something happens as victim.
Okay, now it's coming. This mafia guy is tailing these two. These who uses binoculars to spy them. Now it's coming.
Yeah. Have a nice day, sister.
What is happening? Okay, let's see it again. What is happening in this?
Yeah. Have a nice day, sister.
What is that bingo sign? What? Oh my god. Oh my freaking god. Now, yes. This was released by Casino Video in Finland, and I think this is pretty rare. This VHS. I have not seen too many of these for sale. And I think you should really check it out. And this, by the way, this was cut from the end. Clearly the head chopping scene is cut. So we need to see this uncut from Vinegar Syndrome. Please, Vinegar Syndrome, make this come true. Make it come true, man. Okay, one more film for the evening, and I would say that the best is saved for the last. Last night I talked about boxing films, and I talked about this film. You know, Penitentiary 1. Vinegar Syndrome has released this boxing film set in prison on Blu-ray. And also Vinegar Syndrome has released Penitentiary 2. But nobody has released Penitentiary 3. I have the Greek videotape here in my hands, and this was never released in Finland either, because this was completely banned in Finland. So in this film, this continues the saga of Too Sweet, and this guy gets, pumped up with some new kind of special adrenaline drug, and he kills a man in a ring and he gets thrown in the jail, and he refuses to fight again, even when the prison lord tries to convince him back to the fighting ring. And this prison is the weirdest damn prison you ever meet. I mean, in Penitentiary 1 and 2, the prison, imagining the prison is very weird. But Penitentiary 3 takes it in the whole another level. This prison has like a, dungeon in them. There's like torches, and it looks like a castle, and it is used for medieval torturing. And then this mafia guy has, as a henchman, has this crack-smoking midget. Yes, you heard me correctly. Crack-smoking midget. And let's see the crack-smoking midget, shall we? This is I think this is licensed for MGM, so this is a little bit dangerous film for me to show on the live broadcast, but let's see it anyway. Okay. He's coming, he's coming.
Must have gotten it. I never do it again.
Where's the midget?
What the hell? More man.
Ah, it was previously. This midget is doing ninja jumps and screaming and trying to bite him. And growling. Of course, the midgets, they do growl. Yeah, and the midget is wearing dog collar. This is the best. Yeah. But later on in this film, the midget becomes a good guy. So he becomes this mentor for Too Sweet in the dungeon.
Too Sweet. The soul of a man is in his guts. The energy starts 2 inches below the navel. Follow me. Key on your energy. Keep breathe through the nose.
It's absolutely crazy.
Concentrate. Blow it out.
He tamed the midget.
Shake it. Concentrate.
And I have never seen a boxing match where somebody jumps. But let's see. What is that? The midget taught him to jump in a boxing match. Woo! Yes, man. Let's see if I can find the scene where he smokes crack. We have a training montage. Of course we have a sex scene. Maybe it's earlier, this crack smoking scene. Yes. Yes, there is a lot of homoeroticism in this. Yes, Mindy Miller was the girl. Okay, the rat died when he blew a crack smoke on it. I remember falsely that he ate it, but he didn't eat it. I remembered it falsely last night. But yeah, hey, Penitentiary 3, absolutely crazy film. 4 stars definitely for this one. And I'm wondering why they did, you know, Penitentiary 1 and 2, but not the third one, because I think this is the craziest of them all. But never say never. Hopefully this will come on Blu-ray someday, because I am certainly waiting it to happen. Yeah, Penitentiary 3 from Canon Films. Nice. Nice one, hey. Alright, hey, that is all for me tonight. So hopefully you have enjoyed the show, and hopefully Vinegar Syndrome is watching this, and hopefully they get good tips that you should put on Blu-ray. Because, yeah, these really deserve a Blu-ray release. These 3 at least. I have to get a copy of that. No, yes, Jogolonak, you need to do that. Everybody in the world needs to get a copy of Penitentiary 3 on their movie shelf. Yeah. Okay, hey, it's all for tonight. Any questions, any comments, any other issues? If not, I will be leaving you soon. You know, it's always funny that when I design these shows, I think I have too little material, but I think I was prepared to, you know, show even more VHSs, but I think it's time for me to quit for tonight. I will get back on these for some other day, so don't you worry about that. Thanks for all those, Ville. Love your VHS pics. Well, I probably need to do more only on VHS, because you seem to enjoy it. Hey, thank you for your compliments. I'm sure Vinegar Guy has and would be fun if you have a group watch sometime soon. Hey, that would be a good idea. Maybe one of these, you know, only on VHS films. So I think it would be a great group watch. This was an education again. So let's think about that group watch, because this would be an awesome group watch, this VST Viholliset or any other. Right. Bullseye Summer, or what came to me, it would be a great watch. Yeah, probably Bullseye Summer. Well, it's a Finnish movie, so I don't think it suits very well for the, you know, English broadcast. But yeah.
Hell yeah, alright.
Thank you everybody, it's been nice, and hope I see you in the next broadcast as well.
Video, 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 space.
Bitch, we're talking with our boy Willie. You know he's got the shit. He's dancing real hard, I know you'll never get sick of it. He's got that tee on, got that long sexy hair. You know he's about to take his shirt off, his abs so bare. He's got a six-pack, they call him Suburban Commando. He's a big motherfucker and he's dropping it low. He's about to slap that ass, baby, about to slap it so hard. You ever seen this motherfucker running naked through your backyard?
We're talking video talk. We're talking
Video talk, bitch, we're talking video talk. Get your video talk. You best subscribe. You best subscribe or die. You best subscribe or dive to video talk.